Hi everyone. Welcome to another listening practice lesson. I want you to think about something. What would your future self say to you today? Would that person be proud of how you spend your time? These are simple questions, but they are important. Life is made of days. Days are made of hours. And hours are made of small choices. Sometimes we think big changes must start with big actions. But often, change begins with one small step. In this lesson, you will hear easy English and a motivational message. You can improve your listening while learning useful ideas for everyday life. Lesson 1. Time is limited. Every morning, something happens. You open your eyes. A new day begins. And quietly, without any announcement, you receive a gift. That gift is 24 hours, not more, not less. Exactly 24 hours, every single day. Here is something interesting. A student receives 24 hours. A teacher receives 24 hours. A rich person receives 24 hours. A poor person receives 24 hours. No matter who you are, no matter where you live, the amount is always the same. Time is the one thing in life that is truly equal. But here is the important question. What do you do with your 24 hours? Think about money for a moment. If you lose some money today, what happens? You feel bad. But tomorrow you can work. You can earn it back. Money has a way of returning. It takes effort. It takes time. But it can come back. Now think about time. If you lose 1 hour today, what happens? It is gone. Completely gone. You cannot earn it back. You cannot borrow it from tomorrow. You cannot ask for more. That hour existed once, and then it disappeared forever. This is why time is more valuable than money. Much more valuable. 1 hour looks very small. You might think, it is only 60 minutes. It is not important. But let us think carefully together. 1 hour every day. 7 hours every week. 30 hours every month. 365 hours every year. That is more than 15 full days. From just 1 hour daily. Now imagine using that 1 hour well. Learning something new. Practicing a skill. Reading useful information. Moving your body. Resting your mind properly. Small actions, repeated every single day, create something surprisingly large over time. And now imagine wasting that 1 hour. Scrolling without purpose. Watching things that add nothing. Sitting without thinking. That choice also adds up. 15 days of wasted opportunity every year. Year after year. The difference between two people is often not talent, not luck, not opportunity. It is simply how they use their daily hours. Some people use their time with purpose. They move slowly but steadily toward something meaningful. They are not always fast, but they are always moving forward. Other people let time pass without direction. Days feel comfortable. Weeks feel normal. But months later, nothing has changed. Nothing was built. Nothing was learned. Think honestly about your own day. Where did your hours go yesterday? Were you satisfied with that answer? If yes, wonderful. If not, that feeling is useful. It is telling you something important. You do not need to change everything immediately. That is too difficult and too overwhelming. Simply start with one useful habit today. Just one. Wake up 10 minutes earlier. Read one short page in English. Walk outside for a few minutes. Write one sentence about your day. One habit, 1 hour, one honest choice. That is how a better life begins, not with a dramatic decision, with a quiet and simple action, repeated daily until it becomes part of who you are. Your 24 hours are waiting. Use them well. Lesson 2. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. I have a confession. For a long time, I waited. I waited to feel ready. I waited for the right conditions. I waited for a better day, a calmer week, a less busy month. That perfect moment never arrived. Maybe you do the same thing. Maybe you have a goal sitting quietly in your mind. Something you want to start. Something you want to change. But something keeps stopping you. And that something is waiting. Waiting feels safe. This is the tricky part. When you wait, nothing bad happens. You do not fail. You do not make mistakes. You do not feel embarrassed. Everything stays comfortable and familiar. But nothing grows either. Safety and progress rarely live in the same place. Real change requires movement. And movement requires starting before everything feels perfect. Here is an honest truth. No day is perfect, ever. There will always be a reason to delay. Too tired today. Too busy this week. Too uncertain this month. Life does not clear a path and say, "Now everything is ready. Please begin." That invitation never comes. Successful people did not find perfect conditions. They started with imperfect ones. They began with limited time, limited knowledge, limited confidence. They began anyway, and they learned while moving forward. This is the secret many people miss. You do not need to know everything before starting. You learn by doing. A person learning to swim cannot study water from the shore forever. At some point, they must enter. The real learning begins there. Small steps are completely enough. You do not need a dramatic beginning. You do not need a big announcement. You do not need special equipment or perfect preparation. One small action today is worth more than a perfect plan that never starts. Want to improve your English? Listen to one short video today. Want to build a healthier routine? Sleep 30 minutes earlier tonight. Want to read more? Open one page before bed. These actions feel almost too small. But small actions repeated daily become powerful habits over weeks and months. Progress is always better than waiting. An imperfect step forward beats a perfect plan sitting still. Always. Your situation will never be completely ideal. Your confidence will never feel completely full. Your timing will never feel completely right. These feelings are normal. They visit every person who tries something meaningful. Feel the nervousness. Acknowledge the uncertainty. Then begin anyway. Start now, not tomorrow, not after the weekend, not when things calm down. Now, with what you have, where you are, that is enough. Lesson 3. Your daily habits build your future. Think about your life 1 year from now. Where do you want to be? What do you want to feel? What do you want to have achieved? Most people have answers to these questions. Dreams are not rare. Almost everyone carries them. But here is the real question. What are you doing today that connects to those answers? Life does not change through wishes. Life changes through habits. Small, repeated actions that happen quietly every single day. Not dramatic moments, not big decisions, just consistent daily choices, building something slowly over time. Small habits seem completely unimportant at first. This is why many people ignore them. You read 3 pages of a book today. Nothing feels different. You practice English for 15 minutes this morning. Your level seems exactly the same. You save a small amount of money this week. Your financial situation looks unchanged. So you think, this is not working. But something is happening. Something invisible. Something underneath the surface. Habits work like compound interest. A small investment grows slowly at first. So slowly that you almost cannot notice. But time passes, and suddenly the growth becomes visible. Then it becomes impressive. Then it becomes life-changing. 3 pages daily. That is roughly 1 book every 2 months. 6 books every year. 60 books in a decade. That person thinks differently, understands more deeply, sees the world with greater clarity. 15 minutes of English practice daily. After 1 month, hundreds of new words feel familiar. After 6 months, conversations become possible. After 1 year, confidence arrives naturally. Not because of one heroic study session, because of 15 quiet minutes, repeated without stopping. Saving a little money consistently. Small amounts feel meaningless alone. But 12 months of small amounts become an emergency fund, a safety net, a foundation for something bigger. Habits and money work by the same rules. One good choice leads naturally to another. This is something beautiful about positive habits. They connect. When you wake up early, you feel more productive. When you feel productive, you make better food choices. When you eat better, your energy improves. When your energy improves, exercise feels easier. One small positive habit quietly invites others. The opposite is also true. One negative habit opens the door for more. Sleeping too late makes healthy breakfast harder. Skipping breakfast affects concentration. Poor concentration leads to wasted hours. Wasted hours create guilt. Guilt reduces motivation. Everything connects. Build your habits carefully and intentionally. Choose ones that serve your future self, not just your comfortable present self. Ask honestly, does this habit move me toward the life I want? Or away from it? You do not need to rebuild everything immediately. Choose one habit this week. Practice it daily. Protect it. After 2 or 3 weeks, add another small one. Your future is not built in dramatic moments. It is built in ordinary daily ones. Your habits are building something right now. The question is simply what? Lesson 4. Do not live on autopilot. Monday arrives. You wake up. You check your phone. You eat something quick. You go to work or school. You come home. You feel tired. You watch something on your phone. You sleep. Tuesday arrives. The same thing happens. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. The same. Does this sound familiar? Many people live this way. Not because they chose it carefully, but because it simply happened. Day followed day, week followed week, and slowly, life became a pattern that nobody actually designed. This is called living on autopilot. Your body moves through the day, but your mind is somewhere else, or nowhere at all. You are present physically, but not truly aware of what you are doing or why. I lived this way for a period of time. I was busy every day, but busy is not the same as purposeful. I was moving, but not always in a meaningful direction. Days felt full, but somehow also empty. Weeks passed, and nothing memorable happened. Nothing grew. Nothing changed. Maybe you feel this sometimes too. The problem with autopilot is that it is comfortable. Nothing feels wrong exactly. Life continues. Responsibilities get handled. But deep inside, something feels missing. A sense of direction. A feeling that your days actually matter. Awareness is the first step out of autopilot. Simply noticing. Paying honest attention to your daily choices. Not judging harshly. Just observing clearly. Start with simple questions. Ask yourself in the morning, what do I want to accomplish today? Not a long, complicated list. Just one or two genuine intentions. Something small and real. During your day, pause occasionally. Ask, why am I doing this right now? Sometimes the answer is good. You are resting because your body genuinely needs recovery. You are talking to this person because the relationship matters. These are intentional choices. But sometimes the honest answer is less clear. You are scrolling because you feel bored. You are avoiding a task because it feels uncomfortable. You are repeating a habit that serves no real purpose. These moments are valuable information. Ask one more important question regularly. Is this helping my future? Not every moment needs to be productive. Rest is necessary, enjoyment is necessary, but the overall direction of your days should connect to something meaningful. Living with intention does not mean planning every minute strictly. It means making conscious choices instead of automatic ones. It means occasionally lifting your head and checking the direction you are moving. Make each day hold at least one meaningful moment. One conversation that mattered. One thing learned. One step toward something important. One genuine connection with yourself or another person. Days are the material your life is made from. Handle them with some care. Wake up tomorrow with one simple intention. Notice how differently that day feels compared to an automatic one. The difference is smaller than you think, and larger than you can imagine. Lesson 5. Learn something every day. When did you last learn something new? Not something from a notification. Not a piece of gossip. Something real. Something that stayed with you. Something that made you see a situation differently. For many people, that moment is difficult to remember. After school ends, many people stop learning intentionally. Life gets busy, work takes over, responsibilities multiply, and learning quietly disappears from daily routine. Days pass, weeks pass, and the mind stays exactly where it was. But the mind was designed to grow. It enjoys new information. It responds to fresh ideas. When you stop feeding it, something dims inside. Curiosity fades. Conversations become repetitive. Life starts feeling smaller than it should. Learning keeps life moving forward, not just professionally, personally, emotionally. A person who learns regularly sees more possibilities. They handle problems more creatively. They connect with different kinds of people more easily. They feel more alive inside their own days. Here is the part that relieves pressure. You do not need to learn fast. Speed is not the point. Depth is. Understanding one thing well serves you far better than rushing through 10 things shallowly. I learned this personally. When I tried absorbing too much too quickly, nothing settled properly. But when I slowed down and focused on genuinely understanding one idea at a time, something different happened. The knowledge actually became mine. It stayed. It grew roots. You do not need to learn fast either. One new thing daily is genuinely enough. Read something short every morning. A few paragraphs from a book. A simple article about something that interests you. Even one well-written page adds something to your understanding over time. Books contain lifetimes of experience and wisdom. They are extraordinarily underused resources. Listen to English regularly. Every lesson you hear trains your ear. Every new sentence pattern your brain absorbs becomes a future tool. Language learning is knowledge building. And knowledge compounds beautifully. Practice useful skills deliberately. Cooking something new. Writing more clearly. Managing time better. Speaking more confidently. These practical abilities improve your actual daily experience in ways that theoretical knowledge sometimes cannot. Knowledge grows slowly. This can feel frustrating when you want results immediately. But slow growth is strong growth. A tree that grows quickly in poor conditions falls easily. A tree that grows slowly in good conditions stands for generations. Small daily learning creates surprisingly large results over years. One concept understood today. One skill practiced tomorrow. One book finished next month. These individual moments seem minor. Together they build a mind that thinks differently, a life that feels richer. Keep learning every single day, even just a little. Especially just a little. Lesson 6. Do not let fear control you. Let me share something honest. I feel fear sometimes. Fear of making mistakes, fear of judgment, fear of trying something unfamiliar and failing in front of others. These feelings are real. They are uncomfortable. And sometimes they stop me completely. Maybe you recognize this feeling too. Fear is completely normal. Every person experiences it. Confident people feel fear. Experienced people feel fear. Successful people feel fear. The difference is not the amount of fear they carry. The difference is what they choose to do when it arrives. Fear exists for a reason. Long ago, it protected people from genuine physical danger. An unfamiliar sound nearby. An unknown path through the forest. An unexpected threat. Fear kept our ancestors alert and alive. It was useful then. But today, most fears are different. Fear of speaking English with strangers. Fear of starting a new project. Fear of asking a question in public. Fear of appearing foolish. These situations feel dangerous inside your mind. But they are not truly dangerous. Nobody has ever been seriously harmed by mispronouncing a word. Nobody has been destroyed by starting something imperfectly. Yet fear treats these ordinary moments like emergencies. And many people listen. They stay quiet. They stay still. They stay inside familiar and comfortable territory. And life stays exactly the same. Fear stops action. This is its most damaging effect. Not the uncomfortable feeling itself, but what that feeling prevents. The conversation never started. The skill never practiced. The opportunity never taken. These missing experiences quietly accumulate into a smaller life than you actually deserved. Courage is not the absence of fear. Please remember this clearly. Courage is feeling genuinely afraid and moving forward regardless, acting while your hands feel unsteady, speaking while your voice feels uncertain, taking the step while your heart beats faster than usual. That is real bravery, not the dramatic kind from stories. The quiet, everyday kind that most people never notice. Try new things regularly. Unfamiliarity feels uncomfortable by design. Your brain strongly prefers known territory. But known territory has already given you everything it currently contains. New experiences bring new knowledge, new skills, new confidence that only arrives through actually attempting something different. Accept mistakes as necessary parts of progress. When you try unfamiliar things, errors happen. This is not failure. This is learning working correctly. Each mistake reveals something useful. Each awkward moment builds genuine tolerance for discomfort. Learn from every experience honestly. Ask yourself what each situation taught you. Then carry that knowledge forward. Growth lives outside your comfort zone. Always. It has never existed anywhere else. Step outside, even just slightly. That small movement changes everything. Lesson 7. Take responsibility for your life. Something easy to do is blame other things. The weather was bad. The timing was wrong. Other people made it difficult. Circumstances were not fair. Life did not cooperate. These explanations feel comfortable. They protect you from a harder truth. But here is that truth. Your choices brought you to exactly where you are right now. Not entirely. Not always. Life contains genuine unfairness. Some situations are truly outside your control. But more than most people admit, daily decisions shape daily outcomes. My choices matter. I had to learn this honestly. When something went wrong in my life, my first reaction was often to look outward, to find the external reason, the person who caused it, the situation that prevented it. But looking outward never changed anything. It just made me feel temporarily less responsible. Taking responsibility felt uncomfortable at first, but it also felt surprisingly powerful. Your choices matter too. Every day you make dozens of small decisions. When to wake up, how to spend your morning, what to put into your mind, who to spend your time with, how to respond when something goes wrong. Each decision seems minor individually. Together they build your life gradually and honestly. Responsibility gives you power. This is the part many people miss. When you blame external things, you give away your power completely. You are saying, I cannot change because the problem is out there. And if the problem is always out there, the solution must also be out there. You become dependent on circumstances improving before your life can improve. But when you accept responsibility, something shifts. You say, I can make a different choice. And that statement contains enormous energy. It means change is possible. It means you hold more influence over your situation than you previously believed. Focus on what you can actually control, not the economy, not other people's opinions, not the past, but your attitude today, your effort this week, your response to difficulty right now. These things belong entirely to you. Improve one area at a time. Responsibility does not mean fixing everything simultaneously. That creates overwhelm and paralysis. Choose one part of your life that needs honest attention: your health, your learning, your relationships, your finances. Work there consistently before expanding further. Stop making excuses. This is direct but necessary. Excuses feel like explanations, but they function like walls. They keep you safely separated from the discomfort of change. Notice when you are explaining why something cannot happen instead of finding how it could. Take one honest action daily. Not a perfect action, not a large action, just a real and intentional one that moves you forward slightly. Your future is being built right now, by your choices, by your responses, by your daily decisions. Build it deliberately. Lesson 8. Value your health. Imagine having a meaningful goal, something you genuinely care about, a skill you are building, a dream moving slowly closer. But your body feels exhausted. Your head aches every afternoon. Your energy vanishes before midday. Your concentration disappears after 20 minutes. How much progress can happen in that condition? Very little. Almost nothing. Health is not separate from your goals. Health is the foundation everything else stands upon. Without a strong foundation, everything above becomes unstable. With a strong foundation, almost anything becomes achievable. Many people treat their body carelessly. They push through tiredness. They ignore warning signals. They sacrifice sleep for extra screen time. They skip proper meals when schedules feel busy. They remain completely still for hours without moving. Then they wonder why motivation disappears and thinking feels foggy. Your body requires genuine daily care. When you treat it well, it responds generously. When you neglect it repeatedly, it sends warnings. Ignored warnings eventually become serious problems. I need energy to function properly. This sounds obvious, but I did not always honor this truth. There were periods when I slept poorly, moved rarely, and ate without much thought. My concentration suffered. My mood became unpredictable. Small obstacles felt overwhelming. The connection between my habits and my daily experience was clear in hindsight. Poor care produced poor results. You need energy too. Physical energy for daily tasks, mental energy for clear thinking, emotional energy for handling difficulties calmly. All three depend heavily on how you treat your body each day. Sleep is your most powerful recovery tool. During rest, your brain organizes information from the day. Your body repairs itself quietly. Your emotional system resets completely. Without sufficient quality sleep, every other positive habit operates less effectively. Protect your rest like something genuinely valuable. Drink water throughout your day. Even mild dehydration reduces concentration noticeably. Your brain functions inside a water-based environment. Maintain that environment properly. Keep water nearby. Drink before feeling thirsty. This effortless habit supports your thinking significantly. Move your body daily, not necessarily intense training. A short walk outside, simple stretching between tasks, standing regularly from your chair. Physical movement increases blood flow to your brain. It releases natural chemicals that improve mood and reduce stress. Even brief, gentle movement changes how your afternoon feels compared to complete stillness. Eat simple, nourishing food. Basic vegetables, proteins, and natural ingredients that provide genuine fuel. Notice honestly how different meals affect your afternoon energy and evening concentration. Good health quietly improves every area of life. Your relationships benefit. Your work improves. Your learning accelerates. Your patience increases. Care for yourself today. Your future goals depend on it more than you currently realize. Lesson 9. Focus on what really matters. Open your phone right now and count your notifications. Messages, news, social media updates, app reminders, advertisements. All of them arrived today. All of them wanted your attention. All of them competed quietly for a piece of your limited time. Now ask honestly, how many of those things actually mattered? Life today is extraordinarily full of noise. Information arrives constantly. Entertainment is available endlessly. Other people's opinions surround you from every direction. And inside all that noise, something important gets lost. Your own sense of what truly matters to you. Distraction is not always obvious. Sometimes it disguises itself as productivity. You respond to messages and feel busy. You scroll through news and feel informed. You reorganize your workspace and feel prepared. But none of these actions moved you toward your actual goals. They just occupied your hours with the feeling of activity. Not everything deserves your attention. This is a simple sentence, but accepting it fully changes how you experience each day. Some things are urgent but unimportant. Some things feel interesting but add nothing meaningful. Some conversations drain energy without offering anything valuable in return. Learning to recognize these things is a genuine skill. Choose your important goals carefully. Not 10 goals, not 20. 2 or 3 things that genuinely matter to your life right now. Your health. A skill you are developing. A relationship worth nurturing. When everything is a priority, nothing actually is. Narrow your focus and your progress accelerates naturally. Spend time on meaningful work, not just busy work. Not tasks that fill hours without building anything real. Work that connects to something you actually value. This requires honesty. Sometimes the task that truly matters is less comfortable than the distraction sitting beside it. Choose it anyway. Spend time with people who genuinely matter to you. Relationships need real attention, not just physical presence. Actual engagement. Conversations without screens. Moments of honest connection. These experiences nourish something inside you that productivity alone never can. Remove unnecessary distractions deliberately. Turn off notifications that serve no real purpose. Create physical spaces that support concentration. Establish simple boundaries around your most important hours. These actions feel minor. Their effect on your daily focus is significant. Protect your attention like something precious, because it truly is. Every hour you spend on something unimportant is an hour taken from something meaningful. That trade happens silently and constantly unless you make conscious choices. Focus creates progress. A scattered mind moves in many directions and arrives nowhere. A focused mind moves in one direction and builds something real over time. Decide what matters most to you, then arrange your days around that decision. Everything else can wait. Lesson 10. Start today. We have traveled through 9 lessons together: time, habits, fear, responsibility, health, focus, learning, autopilot, waiting. And now we arrive at the most important lesson of all. Start today. Not tomorrow morning. Not after the weekend. Not when conditions improve or motivation arrives or circumstances feel more suitable. Today. With what you currently have. Where you currently are. Tomorrow sounds close. It feels almost the same as today. Just one day away. Harmless to wait. But tomorrow carries a quiet and dangerous quality. It never actually arrives as a starting point. When tomorrow becomes today, another tomorrow appears immediately. And the cycle continues. Weeks pass, months follow, and the thing you plan to begin remains exactly where it started. In your mind. Untouched. Today is real. This moment is certain. Tomorrow is genuinely not guaranteed. This is not meant to frighten you. It is meant to remind you of something true. The only time that belongs completely to you is now. Not the memory of yesterday, not the promise of tomorrow, this present moment. I can begin today. This sentence changed something important inside me when I finally believed it. Not someday. Not when I felt more prepared. Today. With my current knowledge, my current energy, my current imperfect situation, beginning was always possible. I simply kept choosing the comfort of waiting instead. You can begin today too. Whatever your goal is, whatever change you have been considering, whatever habit you know would improve your life, you can take one step toward it before this day ends. One small action is genuinely enough. Write your goal on paper. Seeing it outside your mind makes it more real, more serious, more possible. Read one page of something meaningful. Knowledge entered today stays with you. Learn one new English word and use it in a sentence. One word is not nothing. One word is one more than yesterday. Make today count. Not perfectly. Not dramatically. Just honestly. Do one thing today that your future self will appreciate. One choice that moves you slightly forward. One moment where you chose growth over comfort. Your better future does not begin on a special day. It does not begin after a significant event or a fresh calendar page. It begins with one ordinary decision made on one ordinary day. This day, this moment. You already know what you need to start. You have known for some time. Begin now. And that is the end of today's lesson. It is the base of everything you want to build. If you found this lesson helpful, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It truly helps more people discover these lessons and learn English in a simple and natural way. Thank you for being here today. Take care of yourself, and I will see you in the next video.